How long did it take you to realize the true reason why the intruder became the intruder? And it has nothing to do with him coming inside of your house. Now, how exactly did the intruder become this way? Because the game No I'm Not Human tells us that the sun became unbearably hot. And as a result, society fell apart and people looked for safe places to go, i.e. your house. And the CR News tells us that imposters from underground have come to the surface and are tricking people by entering their homes. And they are all called visitors, except for this one, who is named the Intruder. So make sure you save this for later, share with a friend, and leave a mask emoji for the Overthinker Club. Now, the Intruder is way different than any of the other visitors that come to your door. And that's because he knows he's an intruder. But why would he know that he's an intruder? Because in game, you're told to look for telltale signs of an intruder. You have to check their eyes for bloodshotness. You have to check their teeth, their underarm hair, and other telltale signs that they might not be who they say they are. But the one key thing that's the same with all visitors is that they don't necessarily remember where they came from. They don't know if they're actually a visitor or a human, and that's what makes it hard to tell them apart. But don't you think it's weird that we're told that all visitors come from underground, implying that all visitors have died at some point before climbing their way to the surface? And that's when you realize that the intruder has a totally different death story. You meet one of the NPCs known as the Bearded Guy. He actually tells you that he's met the intruder before he became a visitor. He tells you that he was alone at his house until someone came to the door begging to be let inside, but he didn't let that person inside. And that's when the intruder tried to come in through the window, to which he was threatened away. But it wasn't until the next day when the intruder came back, he was turned into a visitor. Now, there's two possible ways that he knows that he's actually a visitor. Number one is that he didn't die normally. Most of the other visitors were buried and came back to the surface. Intruder was never buried. Because he was never buried, he remembers everything. Now, number two is that he became infected after leaving that man's house. Because one of the news segments says that FEMA suggests that the visitor phenomenon may be infectious or be a biological threat.